Imagine waking up to mountain views in every possible direction, trails right outside of your door, and a brand new home that actually fits your lifestyle. Welcome to Terraine, West Jordan's newest master plan community on the West Bench in the Salt Lake Valley. In this video, I'm diving into everything you need to know about Terraine if you think it could be a possible fit for you. I'm going to talk about home prices. I'm going to talk about the builders and the concept behind this master plan community that's making it so incredibly desirable for so many people. And most importantly, I'm going to help you discover if it's actually worth considering yourself to see if you want to live here as well. And by the end of this video, you'll know whether or not Terraine is the right fit for you and your next home, or if it's just another Utah development with fancy marketing. But here's one thing about Terraine that most people do not realize, and it completely changes what type of buyer should actually move here. So stick around, let's dive in and discover everything there is to know about Terraine. Terraine sits right here on the west bench of West Jordan in Salt Lake County here in Utah, just west off of SR 111, which we call Bacchus Highway, and it's near Hidden Hills Way. But the Mountain View Corridor, which is the newest freeway that's being built right now, will run adjacent to this community as well as all of the others along the west bench. And Terraine is a 630-acre development that will include not only single-family homes, but townhomes as well, and it's going to have over 3,000 properties. This is huge. And here's the key stat that most people miss. 1/3 of this land, over 210 acres of it, will be preserved as open space. That's awesome. That means no endless rows of rooftops. You'll actually have trails, native grass meadows, and uninterrupted views of the Ochre Mountains and the Salt Lake Valley. Now, why does that matter? It's because open spaces equals long-term value appreciation. When communities build around nature and not over top of it, you get better real estate values, you get a better desirability factor that plays into it where people want to live there, and that affects your home value as well. And most importantly, it affects your lifestyle, which is of course the reason why people move to these neighborhoods and these developments to begin with. And speaking of homes, let's talk about what you can actually buy here and how much it'll cost you. And just to put this into perspective, Terraine is not one particular builder. It's a handful of builders that have been selected to offer different products for different people to make sure there's a little bit of diversity and a little bit of nuance and interest in this development. There's not just one builder that's building the whole thing. And each one of these builders is targeting a slightly different lifestyle and price point. So let's talk about the builders that are building here in Terraine. First, we have Sago Homes. They build modern townhomes, and those townhomes start in the low 400s up to the mid 400s, and they work themselves. Sago also builds incredible single-family properties that go all the way up to and maybe even slightly over $1 million. And Sago Homes is one of my personal favorites in the region. I think they do a phenomenal job, and they've carved out a unique niche within the building community because their product is different. Next up is one of my absolute favorite builders, and that's Rainy Homes. Now, Rainy Homes builds not only in Daybreak and other large master plan communities throughout the state, including Beacon Point down in Saratoga Springs, but Rainy Homes will be building the more luxury product or the high-end homes within Terraine as well. Next up, we have the one and only national builder that's building here in Terraine, and that is David Weekley Homes. Now, when comparing all of the national builders, David Weekley is one of the best. They build a very high quality product. I see a lot of good feedback, especially from people that have actually built with them. And I think that they do a phenomenal job, not only with their floor plans, but with the design aspects as well. And next up, we have Ivory Homes. Ivory Homes is one of Utah's biggest and most reputable builders that has built thousands and tens of thousands of homes along the Wasatch Front. And Ivory Homes is building a massive share of these particular homes, especially in those middle price points. And rounding out the lineup of 5 builders in Terraine is Tri-Point Homes. And Tri-Point is building more of a modern craftsman or a mountain contemporary style home here, and they build some really cool houses. And overall, townhomes range from about 1,500 square feet up to about 1,900 square feet total, perfect for first-time buyers or downsizers who still want new construction. Single-family homes start in the mid-600s with larger floor plans and optional basement finishes, easily pushing into the 7s, the 8s, and beyond. So what's different here in Terraine is the design intent. Big windows, a lot of natural light, efficient use of space, and sustainable materials that match the environment. In other words, Terraine isn't just a neighborhood, it's a lifestyle blueprint. But lifestyle only matters if you actually enjoy living here day by day. And that's where Terraine separates itself. Terraine was built around connection to nature, yourself, and your neighbors. So let's start with the first things that are being built within the development that will help build that connection. So let's start with The Shed, the community hub. It's part coffee shop, part outfitter, and part social anchor as well. You want a morning latte or coffee? Check. You want a bike tune-up before you hit the trails? Done. But that's not all. From here, you can jump right onto the Ribbon Walk Trail, a continuous pedestrian path that winds through open meadows, connecting homes to parks and gathering spaces. And for families, there's an amphitheater for community events, playgrounds, and a library and a future pool in later phases. Everything about Terraine was designed to make being outside easy and enjoyable. When a community builds lifestyle first, not last, you get something rare in Utah development, a place rather than a project. But every dream lifestyle has trade-offs. Let's look at what living here really means for your daily routine, whether that's schools, shopping, or your daily commute. So if you're considering living here long-term and you want to talk about what the schools are like and what your daily commute might look like, and also where are the closest stores and amenities and things that you're going to have to venture outside of the neighborhood for and the future development that is coming, these are the things we want to talk about next. And here's what you need to know. First off, Terraine falls under Jordan School District, with students currently attending nearby schools like Antelope Canyon Elementary until the planned on-site school is completed. That future elementary school will be built right here in the community, but until then, this is where they'll go. For groceries and other stores, there are definitely a number of places within a 10-minute or less drive. For example, Smith's Marketplace is just 8 minutes away. And the massive development of Jordan Landing that includes theaters and countless restaurants and other types of shopping is just 12 to 13 minutes away from Terraine. And commute-wise, it's roughly a 10-minute drive to the 5600 tracks line for the light rail system here in the state, and it's about 25 to 30 minutes into downtown Salt Lake City, depending on traffic. Now, is it perfect? No, you're trading urban convenience for open space living. But for many families and individuals, that's exactly the point. But still, before you make any decisions, it's crucial to weigh the pros and the cons of any area with you specifically, and that's precisely why I'm here. My team and I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. If that's you and you're looking at buying or selling here in Utah, we would love to be that person for you. Reach out to us. You can find my contact information down below, and let's get this started. Okay, let's talk about pros and cons, and let's talk about the truth about Terraine. And to do that, let's start with the pros. Number one is the stunning natural setting and the real mountain proximity. The foothills rolling into the Ochre Mountains here are absolutely beautiful, as you can see in the footage that I'm sharing in this video. It's really an amazing experience to live right here in the foothills within the mountains that not only overlooks the Salt Lake Valley, but you also have that really beautiful backdrop in the mountains as well. Next up, we have modern, efficient homes with a strong builder lineup. These 5 builders that I talked about in this community are strong builders. They're all builders that I would highly recommend, whether that's Ivory Homes or TriPoint, David Weekley, Sago, Rainy Homes. They're all doing a great job within the realm of what they're actually building. And the next pro is it is a very thoughtfully planned out master plan, including trails, open space, and future amenities. This is the reason why so many people want to live here. Then next up, for another pro, we have a diverse number of home options for different budgets and life stages. I think one of the best things about these developments as they come online and they actually become available, they typically have properties where you can get into as a starter home, whether that's a condo or a townhome, all the way up into a single family home and a luxury home and beyond. And Terraine is no different. We see this happening in many developments throughout the state. It's not like only the rich people live over here and the people in the condos live over here. I think it's really cool that it's all intertwined, because as I live in one of these communities in Daybreak, it really does bring a community together in such a way that you're not going to get otherwise. But now let's talk about the cons about living in Terraine. First up, it's brand new, which means there's construction noise and dust and unfinished sections of the neighborhood, as well as amenities that are still not yet online. That is a real concern for some people, but the advantage to that is if you get in early, you're going to see that price appreciation and that bump in values as those properties and the amenities come online. Next up, it's pricing. It can stretch your budget, especially once you factor in upgrades or the view lots. A lot of the lots within the development are going to have what's called lot premiums. Now, this is no different than any other community, but it can be a sticker shock to enter into a home purchase that the base price is around $550,000, but in reality, you end up spending closer to $6 or $6.25. Well, it comes down to the upgrades that you're making to your home and to the lot itself. So talk to me and make sure that we're doing a good job of not only aligning yourself with a popular floor plan, in other words, one that is going to be very desirable, not only for yourself, but also for future resale. But we want to also make sure that we're doing a smart job in making those proper upgrades that aren't going to be a waste of money. I think this is one of the keys to making a smart purchase, is not necessarily upgrading everything, it's upgrading the things that matter most, and most importantly, not blowing your money on the things that simply don't matter, that will not bring a return on that investment if you end up selling in 5 years. So for those reasons, you need a new construction specialist to make sure that we're guiding you through that process to know that you're making good decisions along the way. And next up, besides the pricing and besides the fact that it's a new development, it can be a little bit far for you if you're commuting into downtown Salt Lake City. Now, 30 minutes doesn't sound too bad, but if traffic really hits, or if it's a snow day, for example, that 30 minutes can quickly become 35, 40, 45 minutes or more. So if that's too long of a commute for you, I can understand. That is definitely one of the negatives, is that it's not right in the mix of everything. It's actually tucked away right up against the mountains, which is not only a pro, but for this reason, in terms of a commute, is a con as well. So, who is Terraine perfect for? If you value nature, design, and new home living more than convenience, you'll absolutely thrive here. And the convenience part will greatly diminish as these areas around the development will mature over the coming years and the freeway is built out. If you're all about nightlife, walkability, and quick access to absolutely everything, this might feel too quiet for now. You might not want to live here. But there's one detail that I haven't even mentioned yet that might change your entire perspective about living in Terraine. Here's the thing that most people miss. Terraine is not built for today. Terraine is built for what Utah is becoming. And the West Bench here in Salt Lake County is the future of the growth in the Salt Lake City metropolitan area, as land in central areas runs out and communities like Terraine, with open space, trails, and sustainability built in, will define the next generation of living here. So your decision isn't just about where to live now, where do you want to live in 5 or 10 years, and where are things headed? Now, it's my perspective that Terraine is going to be a really wonderful fit for a lot of people. And for those that are moving here, you're going to really find that you're going to connect with a community of like-minded people, because you're kind of all in the same boat, in the sense that you're all moving into a brand new subdivision with new homes, and you've got to meet your new neighbors. And I really think that's a cool way to kick things off, as opposed to moving into an established neighborhood where those relationships have already been established. And if you want to explore Terraine yourself, please reach out to us. We're here for you to guide you not only through the community and making sure that you're making the right choice for you, or if a different community might be better for you, but we can also act as your concierge and your liaison between these different builders. We want to shop and compare to make sure that you're getting the right deal for you. And if you have other people that you're considering making this move with, send this video to them as well. Share this video, because it is a good checklist to make sure that this could potentially be the right home for you. All right, so here's what we've covered so far. We've talked about the location and the open space and the design of the community to begin with. We've also covered and talked about the different builders that are building here and the price ranges that they're building within. And we've talked about the lifestyle and the amenities and the future growth of this development, and how much incredible space is going to be developed not only for homes, but also for open spaces as well. We've also mentioned schools and the commute and what it's really like to live here. And if you're researching which community might be the best fit for you, make sure you look through my YouTube videos here to make sure that you're getting information relevant about these different developments, to make sure that you can be best guided to see which one is best for you. And hopefully this is the type of content that really helps you envision what it's like to live here within these different communities. So if that's you, I would appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button if I've earned it, so that you can stay in touch with future videos as I come out with videos each and every single week about Utah and what it's like to live here and the communities that are going up. And as always, my team and I are here for you. We're here to be your real estate resource of choice. Reach out to us before you do anything else. Let's get in touch. Let's make sure we're guiding you down the correct path. You can find my information down in the description below, or you can book a video call with us in that link that you'll find on the pinned comment on this and every video. And if you're looking to learn more about life in Utah, check out this playlist next. And until the next video, thanks guys.